Hello everyone, in this tutorial I will model that shoe. A lot of people ask about that, and here you go. So let's start. First thing, we need a good reference for the shoe sole. So I will go to my top view, hit Shift and V and select that image. I found that on the internet and it's a good reference for the shoe sole, but you can use whatever you find. It's not much important. And now I will add a plane and I will set my width segments to 1. Then I will increase my height. Now I will make it editable, press C. Now I will move my points to match my shape, but only the x-axis. Okay, now I will add a subdivision surface, press Alt and select subdivision surface. And this time I will make my final adjustments. But as I said, it's not much important. We will just need the basic shape. Okay, now I will go to the right view, press Shift and V, and I will select my second reference. And let's increase the transparency. So this is my object. So I need to scale my image. Something like that. Also, let's change the Y offset. Okay, that looks good enough. Now I will select these points and move them. Now I will double click on the outer edges. This is gonna select them all. Then I will press Ctrl and move them. And I will also move these points. And I will also make a loop cut around here. Then I will slightly scale these edges. Now I will select these edges from the front. I will press Ctrl and extrude them. Then scale. One more extrude. Then I will right click, select bridge and close that gap. Now I will select the bridge one more time. Bridge here. Then I will close these polygon holes with the close polygon hole tool. And now I can slide my points. I won't always follow the reference image. My shoe will be more stylized. So don't worry about that. Now I will switch to edge mode and double click here, then right click and extrude like that. And now I will deselect these edges, switch to front right view, press Ctrl and extrude. First thing, let's merge these points, right click, select weld. Now I will move my points. I will slightly move these points not much. Then I will make my second extrude, select these edges, press Ctrl and move. First, let's build these points. And I will move this point one more time. Now it's time to move those points to the very top. Okay, now I will select line cuts, enable single line, and I can turn off the visibility only off, so I can cut the polygons behind this view. Now I will select slide, press Ctrl and weld these edges, but I will recut here. Now select these edges, press right click and select slide. Make something like that. So same here. Then I will close here, connect these edges, points. Then one more time, select slide, press Ctrl and weld these points. So now I need to fix that part. To do that, I will select line cut and I will create a new path like that. Then I will merge that point to that one. So let's make the same thing for that view too. Now I will connect these two points. Now I will switch to front view and move these new points to match my curve. Okay, now let's enable the subdivision surface, but I will change my subdivision editor to 1 because this is what I am gonna use later. And it looks like I need to weld these 2 points, select weld, and I will also add another loop cut to the very bottom to make the bottom very flat. I will select these top points and scale them on the x-axis. And I will move these points. Okay. I made my basic shape so I can subdivide that, but I will save my basic object. So I will suggest you to do the same. And I will hide that. And I will also add that object to a new layer. Go to layers and I will hide that in my object manager. Okay, now I will enable my subdivision surface. Everything set to 1. Then I will make my subdivision editable. Press C. Now I will use more brush tool with the smear mode. Okay, then I will select these top polygons with the loop selection tool and I will scale them on the x-axis. Then I will select that edge, press Ctrl Shift and select the last one. Then one more time, scale them. And I will also put that object into a subdivision surface, select and press Alt and check the mesh. Okay, now let's try to make the holes and metal frames. But first I will move that point, also that one. Okay, now I will create the metal frames. So with a disk, let's make the rotation seconds 8, make it editable, and select the inner polygons, right click, extrude inner, then I will delete them. Now I will select them all, right click, extrude, and turn the caps on. And I will let a loop cut to the very bottom, and well, also for the inside. Then I will put that into a subdivision surface. Okay, looks okay. Now I will scale it. Then I will enable my snap, but polygon snap. Turn off the vertex. And I will move my object. So click on the shoe. Now I will turn off snap and rotate my object. And also I will scale it. Okay, now I need to do that 7 times. So I will use cloner object with linear mode. And I want 7, but on the z-axis. Now I will make the cloner editable, press C. This is gonna make multiple objects. Now I will move and rotate them to match my objects. Okay, now I need to do that for the other side. So select that object, press Ctrl and move here. Then the same things rotates. Okay, I have finished moving them, but I won't create the inside holes because they won't be visible. But if you want, you can select these inner polygons, make an extrude inner, then you can slide the point and make something circular like that. Then you can just delete that. But as I said, I won't do that, but you can do that if you want. So now I will select all my polygons. Then I will select extrude, turn on caps, and make something like that. And also I will make a nib cut to get a sharper edge. Then I will select these edges and I will dissolve them. This is gonna create an end gun, but it's not much problem. Okay, now let's try to make the inside. To do that, I will select these inner polygons, and same for here. Then I will right click and split them, and I will solid that. Then I will select these edges, right click, select stitch and sew and press shift. This is gonna make a bridge. And I will also need a center loop cut, so select loop cut, press shift and make a cut right in the middle. I will also select these edges and move them like that. But I will change my offset mode to proportional. This is gonna make a better result, I guess. And I will double click on the center edges and move them slightly on the y-axis. I will make a slight scale. And let's move these points. So to see the subdivision surface, I need to make these two objects into one. So select them all, press Alt and G. Okay, that look nice, but I think we need more depth. So I will select these edges and move them on the y-axis. Then I can maybe scale them. And I will scale these edges too. This is gonna make the surface more curvy. And let's move these edges. Yeah, something like that. Now I will select these ones, turn off the solo, and I will move them, but press Ctrl, make an extrusion one more time, and the last time. And I will scale these edges. Okay, now let's give them some thickness. Select them all, right click and extrude. Now I will select extrude inner. You can move these edges, but I will leave it there. Maybe we can scale on the X so you won't see the inside. Okay, now let's try to make the laces. I will select my base object and select these edges, then right click, stitch and sew, press shift. Then I will split that polygon, right click, split, and I will hide that new object, then go to back and delete that polygon. Now I will turn on the visibility of the new object, and I will select loop cut and make a cut right in the middle. Then I will delete that part. Now I will move them slightly. Then I will extrude that edge and scale it and extrude one more time. And I will move that edge and I will slide that edge. Okay, now I will solo my object and I will change the center axis. So enable other axis, turn on snap but not polygon vertex. Okay, now I will press Alt and select symmetry, and I need to change this point's position to 0 on the x-axis. Okay, let's turn off the solo. Now I will select them all, but before that I will go to symmetry and enable these options. Then I will select all, right click and extrude with the caps on. Something like that. Then I will right click, select loop cut, press shift and make a cut right in the middle. Then I will select them all, right click, bevel. I will change the offset mode to proportional and subdivision to 1. Something like that. Let's enable subdivision surface. And I will move that edge on the z-axis. And also I will move that point. Okay, now I can make my symmetry editable. Press C. And I will rename that place. Now I will right click, select brush, and the mode should be smear. Then I will move my points. Okay, now I will duplicate that object and move it to the next one. And I will switch to points mode, select brush, and I will do the same things for like 5 more times. Now I will make the end of the lace. So I will select my main body, then select that edge, press E and change your modeling axis to world, then press Ctrl and extrude. Now I will select that polygon, right click, split, and I will delete that polygon from the original one. So this is what's left. Now I will move it. Then I will select that edge, press Ctrl, and I will move it on the x-axis. And I can scale it a little. Okay, any other loop cut here. Then I will select them all, right click, and extrude. Something like that, similar to others. Now I will enable subdivision surface. And I will move these points and scale them. Actually, I will delete these polygons. Yes, this is gonna a lot better. And I will make a look at right in the middle, press shift. Then I will select these edges, right click, bevel. Then I will select that polygon, press Ctrl, and I will move it. And also let's add loop cuts. Now I will add some randomness, I will add some edge loops. Then I will move them slightly, not much. And some rotation. Also, I will select these polygons, right click, extrude, but turn off caps. Okay, I will duplicate that object, or I can use symmetry, press Alt, select symmetry, and make the symmetry editable. I will press NNG to see through, and I will select these points, and move them. Now let's try to model the inside laces. At first I will select all the laces, press Alt and G, and it's gonna make a group. I will hide them and I will select my inside mesh. Then I will select these polygons, right click and split. Then I will switch to front view and move these points like that. A bridge between that one to that one. I will move them. Like that. Now I will turn on the visibility of these laces so I can see their thickness. It looks like I need to slide these edges like that. Now I will select them all, right click, extrude, and turn the caps on. And I will also make a lookout right in the middle. Also, I will enable my wireframes with lines. To do that, press NNG or go to display, select lines and wireframe. And I will select these polygons at the very end and I will delete them. We don't need them. Now I will switch to points mode, deselect all and select brush and smooth them. Now I will duplicate that object. Also let's center the axis, go to mesh, axis center and execute. Now I will duplicate that mesh like 4 or 5 times and I will move the points. Then I will play with them with the brush. Okay, now I will make my final adjustments, like these corners should be sharper, so I will select them and move them inside. And also I will double click on these edges and select slides, but press Ctrl. Okay, now I will switch to points mode, select brush and move some of the points as you wish. Okay, finally I will collect all my objects under one group. And let's rename that shoe. Then I will make an FFT deformer and make it big enough to fit the shoe. And I will turn it on in my filter and I will increase my points. So let's say that you don't like the shape, make them one group, put the FFT inside that group, and you can move the FFT points to get your shape like that, or let's make it bigger. Okay guys, that was it. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have any other suggestion, feel free to email me or write in the comments, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.